I wanted to highlight that there has been a lot of resources already invested on gender peace and security, and especially women peace and security agenda, which promotes empowering women and girls' rights, especially in conflict-affected settings. And these days, like, non-conflict-affected nations are also using WPS framework to promote gender equality agenda through National Action Plan. And definitely, after the launch of WPS agenda, there has been some progress made to gender equality and empowering women and girls, right? But the process has been very slow, and my research highlights like 4 WPS barriers, and also I would like to give some recommendations to how to make a WPS agenda more inclusive, bottom up, and accessible for all. So like the first is concern is top-down implementation. So top-down here, I mean, is donor-recipient relationship of WPS, which provides very little room for grassroots women to fully take the lead. And local ordinary citizens and non-state state actors are not on WPS and national government boards. And the second concern is, WPS lack an intersectional lens and treats the grassroots women issue as a homogeneous, one-size-fits-all policy. For example, not considering the, refugee women issue, for example, immigrant women issues, or indigenous and racialized women's issues seriously. And the third concern is, and I think also one of the most important, WPS, is focusing or committing more in increasing the numbers of women representation rather than qualitative, approaches. So, for example, there has been massive increase in the national military peacekeeping forces, and overlooking the lack of positive peace and human security for women in armed and non-armed conflict countries alike. And finally, I think also one of the major barriers is an absence of long-term commitment for WPS from international donors and also from the national authorities in each respective countries. So there was like, for example, during 2016 and 2017, only 0.2% of total bilateral aid to fragile and conflict-affected situation went directly to women organizations. So what I mean here is that, more money should be going to grassroots women organizations, because, now the money are highly centralized, and women organizations are not getting resources, to put their agendas. So I think if the money goes directly to these grassroots women organizations, then we can see more transformation happening on the ground levels. And my research actually make a very important call. So making up WPS bottom up, like I already mentioned, focusing on non-hierarchical relationship between donor and receiving countries, engaging local grassroots women, ordinary citizens on WPS boards as well as national government boards. The focus should be helping to empower local people, not elites and privileged people, and this would support to bring positive transformation in grassroots women's everyday life, and call for action on addressing women's unpaid work, care work. And with this COVID-19, it has only worsened because unpaid care work is the biggest barriers, I guess, to women's advancement at all levels, and especially at the grassroots, and prevents full participation in the WPS agenda. And the next call is combat gender violence against women and girls. should be the top priority of WPS agenda, especially in post-COVID-19 recovery plans, because 243 million women aged 15 to 49 experienced gender-based violence before the pandemic, and the COVID-19 has only made it worse. And the next my research highlight is applying intersectional approach while designing, formulating, and monitoring and evaluating WPS agenda. And especially Indigenous and racialized women's agenda, poverty, inequality, health crisis, unemployment, unaffordable housing, and childcare. So all these are very important issues, and it should be, implemented through the intersectional lens, because the experience of Indigenous women and racialized women are very different from, non-racialized or non-Indigenous women.